Good morning, I'm Marshall Manlove. It's October 20th, 2021. It's Wednesday. And I decided to just live stream to my personal feed first so no one could watch it on here either. Instead of straight to my Delaware Sports page or my Sports Reports page, I'll just download the video or the link and post it up there. Ah, yeah. Loving the hair. Loving the hair. There is some consensus that I should just leave it there. When I say consensus, it's 2-0. Say we should just leave, or maybe it's 2-1. It could be. My beautiful wife Dawn might be the one. But my friend Joey V says leave it. I say leave it. So that's the beautiful wife is outvoted 2-1. If you would like to vote, you can drop a comment there. Should I fix the hair every morning, or should I leave it? I don't know why the video is already zotzing on me. Already zotzed the video. Let's see, tired because last night all of a sudden the dog jumped into bed, Sasha, the Delaware Sports mascot. And then we heard this noise, and it was an alarm going off in the house, something that was unprepared for. So I was running around the house in my underwear, not really sure what was going on, just following the beautiful wife and her lead. I ran down to the basement down here in the home studio, which was the logical place to look since there was an alarm going off and it might have been a smoke detector. It was definitely the logical place to look first, but it wasn't here. It was just a battery. Outside the new stepdaughter's room, who was sound asleep the whole entire time, which was good because had she walked out, she would have she would have seen at like 1 o'clock in the morning, would have been one to terrify her for the rest of her days, because the smoke alarm was right outside her door and I was on a ladder in my underwear, and that's the sight that she would have seen had she walked out. That would have been fantastic. Oh man, was I praying that wasn't going to happen. Probably should have went and got some shorts on or something, but there was an alarm going off. You had to address it, right? So let's talk about what happened in some local Delaware high school action here. And if you notice that I'm not looking right at the camera, it's because there's some stuff I need to read on my laptop here. And over here, when I'm looking over here, is the switching monitor. It's the streaming software, which I have to keep an eye on because the picture keeps freezing. And also it kind of looks cool because I can just point to the email address where you can send me some information. It's mysportsreports@gmail.com. We are live on YouTube, Twitch TV, and here. And we can also be found at rumble.com. We post the recording up there. You can chat with me. I'm not sure what I will see. I'll refresh the chat. Facebook here. There's nothing to refresh because no one wants to talk to me. But I can send my daily yo to Twitch. My daily yo has just been posted. All right, the Tattnall Hornets have announced their athletes of the week for the previous week. It's Katie Payne from the cross-country team, Nicholas Pizarro from the boys cross-country team, Charlotte Wilkinson from the field hockey team, and Justin Smith from the football team. In field hockey action yesterday, Reagan Shabatoni scored 2 goals and assisted on another as Cape Henlopen dropped Dover 8-0. Elizabeth Rishko scored twice as the Vikings held the Senators without a shot in the game. Our number 6, Caesar Rodney, beat number 8, Polytech in overtime. 2-1, Madeline Reed scored the game winner off an assist from Peyton Shields. The Riders improved to 8-5. Emerson Cupp scored a hat trick for the Sanford Warriors as they win 4-1 over the Wilmington Christian Warriors. Our number 3, Smyrna, downs number 4, Sussex Tech 3-0. The Eagles outshot the Ravens 21-2 in the game to improve to 10-2. That's 2 losses in a row for Sussex Tech. They lost to Polytech, number 4 team. I imagine that they might not be the number 4 team when I re-rank them here, when I get around to doing that. How can I be so boring that in 5 minutes my 2 viewers chopped down to 1? I'm not singing and dancing. I'm not going to improve the presentation here much more than this. But I appreciate you watching for the 45 seconds that you did. In boys soccer, Julio Lopez recorded 6 assists as St. George's blasted the Odessa Ducks 11-2. Zach Vantine had 2 goals. Rennie Sanchez had a hat trick, and Joshua Freeman had 2 goals and an assist. I was curious as to how 6 assists in a game ranked nationally as far as the record book is concerned in high school sports. Now, as I was talking about yesterday, these statistics can be pretty shoddy. I guess they're better these days than they were maybe 50 years ago or even 20 years ago. Although they weren't that great 20 years ago either, because I was following this up to 25 years ago. So kind of take it with a grain of salt. The unofficial record for assists is 12 by a young man named Jose Tamayo in Greenfield High School, California versus St. Juan Bautista in Anzar, California. Back in 2001, that's a 20-year-old record now, naturally, and Mr. Lopez needed 6 more assists. That time, you would hope that the second or third string is out there. Caravel hands Wilmington Friends their first loss of the season, 3-1. The Buccaneers improved to 9-3 on the year, and the Quaker record now stands at 9-1-1. So the Division II state tournament looks to be heating up with some decent competition there. Tabar Gomez had 4 goals and 1 assist as the Riders of Caesar Rodney beat the Concord Raiders 7-0. They stay unbeaten at 11-0-1. I was down there coming out of the volleyball match, and by the time I got out of the gymnasium to the car, they'd scored twice because they were going nuts down there, and it was Tabar Gomez. Little did I know at the time it was him, but he had scored twice in how long did it take me to walk across the parking lot? Like 30 seconds or something like that. It's pretty quick. Hey, what do you know? Dean Martin scored 2 times and assisted on 1 as the Christiana Vikings beat Odyssey Charter 6-0. Michael Rayon Nahara also scored 2 goals for the Vikes. Jerry Ventusnava, Jordan Jones, Stephen Thompson, and Itzhak Jabane, if I say that right, hopefully, each scored 2 goals for William Penn as the Colonials beat AI DuPont 11-0. Thompson also had 2 assists in the contest. Vicente Lopez Camacho notched a couple of goals for McCain as the Highlanders beat Hodson 4-2. Lester Saenz Marquez had a pair of goals for Dickinson as the Rams win 4-0 over Freyr Charter. I really don't know how they say it. I haven't actually seen any of their games yet. Christopher Torres Romero had 4 goals and 2 assists for Del Castle in their 9-0 win against Sussex Tech. Anthony Gonzalez also scored twice. Yeah. I will notice that there are a lot of hyphenated names. Del Castle happens to have a lot of them on that team. And so there's a lot of names going on there. But what's going to happen here in the next generation when these hyphenated named individuals marry other hyphenated named individuals? Are we going to go with 4 names there? Because I'm going to tell you, it's good when that starts to happen. It's going to start making these broadcasts much longer. That's for sure. Oh man. But so, for example, let's just say Lester and Vicente got married. Could happen, right? So be Vicente, Lopez Camacho, Saenz Marquez, and Lester Saenz Marquez Lopez Camacho. Wow, that's a mouthful. Over in volleyball, Brenya Reed had 16 kills for Sussex Central in their 3-0 win against Early College High School. When I say 3-0, for those of you not volleyball inclined, that's 3-0. Got to win 3 out of 5. We call them sets, not games. We call them matches, not games. Okay. Just so we're straight there. Now, Adriana Alvarez led the Mustangs of MOT Charter with 26 assists as they beat St. Andrews 3-1. They could be playoff bound. They have Wilmington Charter coming up, and they're going to have a hard time with them. And then Conrad, let's see. I was looking at this. I wanted to see if they have a good chance of the playoffs. They're around the corner. It's the closest school to me right now. My backyard. So they have Charter School Wilmington. They're not going to win that. They'll beat Glasgow. And I saw Conrad the other day. They'll probably have, it could be a good match there, I guess. Let's see how Conrad did. I think they played St. Elizabeth. So Conrad and MOT Charter both. Well, let's see. It was 3-2 MOT Charter. So I might give the edge to Conrad there. 8, 9, 9, and 6. 9 and 6 could get the Mustangs into the playoffs. Anjali Vishwanathan had 17 kills and Christina Marson had 13. The Force of Wilmington Charter beat Ursuline 3-1. Sophomore Grace Burns had 40 assists for the Raiders to lead both teams. The Force coming on strong now. A couple big wins. They beat Padua, now Ursuline. Let's see how the Force is doing record-wise. I just forget off the top of my head. Volleyball. You can find all this stuff at websitesforsports.com. Force is now 7-4. Yeah, so after dropping a tough one to Red Lion, which I refereed, following another tough loss to Newark Charter, they've now beaten Padua. Tower Hill, kind of a down year. Archmere, kind of a down year, but still competitive schools, and now beaten Ursuline. Who do they have next? Yeah, MOT Charter. And then that's the Force. All right. Let's see. Speaking of Padua, who I am going to see play Wilmington Friends tomorrow, reffing that match in Wilmington. Audrey Lyons had 38 assists, and Megan Peters led the Pandas of Padua with 14 kills as they swept Tower Hill in straight sets. Dover's Olivia Aswanyu recorded 54 assists, including her 1,000th career assist as the Senators beat Lake Forest 3-1. Senators are like 11-2 now. Kimberly Zepukaitis had 18 kills in the match. So I was wondering how 54 assists matched up as far as records are concerned, and I found that unofficially, Katie French from California, Santa Ana Calvary Chapel, in a match versus West Covina, South Hills, California, in 1999, had 92 assists. Likely a 5-set match, but this was a 4-set match down at Dover. Allie Marley had 14 kills for Del Mar. Amber Cooper had 32 digs, and Natalie Laird 14 aces and 20 assists for the Wildcats in their 3-1 win over Sussex Tech. And I mentioned I was at Caesar Rodney yesterday. The Riders won 3-0 over Indian River. Alexandra Martisic led Caesar Rodney with 14 kills. and Caesar Rodney won that pretty easily. Indian River made a little run in the third set, but to no avail. It was just too little too late. They were down by 9, ended up losing the third set by 3 or something like that. So when I leave Caesar Rodney, actually I got there early, and you have to be mindful of getting to school when the buses are leaving. So I avoided that. I need to pick up a couple things, a couple specific things. Sorry, I'm rubbing my face, it's my hair. One of the things I needed to get specifically was a hair gel, a specific hair gel. And I'm like, where am I going to find this? It's not like I can stop in a Wawa or something like that. And I don't remember seeing it in a Walgreens. And there was some speculation that the gel that I've been using in the Walgreens might be lightening my hair. And I've always been blonde. Those who know me over the last 28 to 30 years, know me with very short hair. So as it grew out during the lockdown, it's lighter. I'm in the sun a lot, but I use gel. And there's some speculation that gel might be lightening my hair. I don't know. But it's not holding up my hair very well, so I had to find a specific gel. And I'm like, where am I going to find this down here? So I stop in a place called Redner's. And they have everything there. And, there's shortages going on in some places around the country because of the supply chain issues. Not at Redner's, man. They had everything. And I needed a couple more very specific things there, which I found. I was excited. I said, okay, well, if they have all this, I'm going to stop at the deli after the match and see how their food stacks up so I can eat dinner, because it was like 7 o'clock by the time I was out of there. I don't want to wait till I got all the way home, so then I'm eating too late. I am working out and trying to watch my figure, so to speak. It's working. I'm down to 212 pounds now. Lost a few pounds last couple weeks. Hope I'm not sick or something like that, but I feel pretty good. Anyway, I stop back, I go to the deli. I was a little underwhelmed at the selections at the deli there. So if you know of a place that I could visit the next time I'm down that way, whether it's Caesar Rodney, well, that's Camden area, wouldn't want to travel too far out of the way there. Although I'm coming north, so I suppose I could go up 13, hit Dover, all sorts of spots, but I'm looking for specifically decent places to eat after I visit a match. So I like how viewers just come in and out. As somebody who works with professionally with people who suffer from addiction, I know that if you are somebody who is just watching a video for 3 seconds, a series of videos for 3 seconds, you have a problem. There's no way you can get an idea of whether something is good or bad in 3 seconds. It just doesn't happen. I know our attention spans are much shorter. You probably shouldn't keep a video much longer than 6 to 8 minutes or something like that. But at some point, if all this goes well, we're going to broadcast 24 hours a day. Won't be me, of course. I'll just be here for 20 minutes or so. But we're going for 24 hours a day, if all goes well. That's the grandiose plan in my head. Anyway. I have a viewer on Twitch. I will say yo to my viewer. You want to know why I say yo? I like to pick up phrases that were popular for a brief period of time, a long time ago, and take them on as my own. And yo comes from the old Rocky movies. Yo, Adrian. So that's why I use that. Try to revive it. I've been trying to revive it for about 10, 20 years. I'm still the only one that uses it, I believe. All right. Well, I have to get out of here because I got to go to the gym, and then I have to do some real estate stuff. And I'll tell you, that is not fun. I'm getting waterboarded on this last year. It is like getting waterboarded in this business, in this real estate business. But please save me. please save me from it. I will help you out, help you sell a house, buy a house. Just don't waterboard me on a daily basis, okay? I really don't need the aggravation. I'd rather just do this and then hypnotize people too. Which reminds me, this broadcast is brought to you by me, Marshall Manlove, hypnotist. You can find all the information you need to know about my show, a bunch of highlights, frequently asked questions, a calendar of shows that might be coming to your area, a whole bunch of videos, a bunch of pictures in here that are funny. And you can hire me there to do a show, and you will laugh. Get my face off of there, though. That's not making anybody laugh. That's making everybody scream. Let's get that off of there. Okay, that's better. Bad enough you have to see me down here in the corner over here. But yeah, I guess that's what video is. You have to have somebody who's doing the talking, I guess, be the face of it. This face. This is the face of Delaware sports. Oh boy. All right. Anyway, it's been a wonderful October 20th so far. Now I'll go torture myself in the gym for 45 minutes and then get tortured in the real estate field for about an hour. And then I'm heading over to Dickinson High School to referee a match there. So that's it. I'm Marshall Manlove, and now subscribe to my channel at YouTube.